Alright, hi guys, welcome back. And this here's a very quick recording just to show a little bit of the project, why I talk about the state of the country right now. First off, you guys can see here we have some bit of changes. We have like assemblies and stuff. There were about 300 plus scripts that I had to change, and a bunch of stuff how to reintegrate into the project. I changed the messaging logic and everything, and pretty much just to prepare the project to be scaled out. Um, Hopefully this year we can see some huge changes. I will try my best to make sure we get these race type and classes and everything prepared and released this year. Um, Anyways, I'm testing out the netcode and just trying to smooth things out, linear interpolation. On the other side here, there's another instance of the project loading. There's a there's a bit of distance under the character. That's because you need collision. And right now the collision on this floor has to be a little bit up because of the model. But basically, it is what it is. I can probably adjust this, but this is how the collision is, and that's how everything's gonna be right now. Anyways, this is part of the world. As you can see, it's a huge. The scaling is like a real almost well, it's like a realistic scaling. Like you can see the building heights and whatnot, and so here, this is one character, and as I move, you can see the other character move on the other side. Yeah, running and stuff. And I'm just trying to make it smooth and to sync everything. In the past, the movement was separate, like way too separate from the animation, and I was using floating points to like move the character. Now I'm using a different logic, which is a lot more synchronized in a sense, so that you can actually see the character moving. The models, there are stuff like eyes and whatnot that I still gotta put together, but this is the orc male model. We have orc female and stuff like that. Humans and all of the blood types and the classes and everything will be added soon. So that's all testing. But basically, um, I kind of knew like the country was taking a bad turn a long time ago, when the political situation between like left and right and all of these people started intensifying. And then we also have people talking about men's going their own way and stuff like that. Like all of these stuff are kind of leaning towards like a very rough America. Um, but basically, right now at this rate that we are going in, this speed that we are going with, I think we are pretty much about to enter World War III, and it sounds like very simple. It sounds like very like there's like no weight onto it, but basically I feel like it's actually not a feeling. Once we enter World War III, guys, nobody is safe. Even if you are in the US, you are not even safe, because once everybody start bombing everybody, that's when things gonna get real. And we in the US is we are not like detached from this, like the predicament, like the chaos. We are not detached from it, because we will get bombed as well, and that means civilian casualties, and it'll be very terrible for everybody. And the funny thing here is that America just, do you guys ever wonder why our presidents are like so freaking old all the time? Like, why do they like? It's like they put these guys like in a special place and they just wait for them to get old and once in a while they go to check on them to see if they are old enough, and if they're not old enough, they put them back, and they just wait and say, he's not old enough yet, so we're not gonna put him in charge. And they wait until the mental state of these old, like very, very old people actually start deteriorating before they actually put them in charge of everything. And it's kind of weird when when people start complaining that these people are taking too long to make decisions, and that decision doesn't match with the general public. They don't understand the youth, and they don't understand. They don't have a fresh take on things. They are not innovative and stuff like that. And it's very strange how people will like make decisions like these and then end up complaining about it. And yeah, that's one thing like I don't understand about people. Like they willfully go into a situation like this, and then they complain when things work out the way that it was supposed to work out once they put themselves in that situation. And at this trajectory, like the way we are going right now, we will likely enter World War III, and citizens will be killed, and people are being killed across other countries and stuff like that. Like you have the Mexico situation where like Mexican drug dealer are out here like finding citizens of the US in Mexico, and kidnapping them, killing them and stuff like that. So, you know, everybody will get punished for the decision that is being made. Um, even if you want to, or even if you don't want to, like if you get caught, you will be punished, and that's what we accept when we allow things like this to happen. Obviously, I'm just a common person, like I'm just a regular guy. We are out here. All we can do is just talk about like what's going on. We can do crap because we don't have power. They are the rich, and the rich rule the world, they rule the country, and all we can do is just talk about it, and obviously, but basically, things will get worse for the average people. Obviously, the rich people can build that bunker, that nuclear bunker. Like you can see, Mark Zuckerberg, noticing this. He's like, you know what? When once stuff hit the fan, I'll be in my bunker. I'll be waiting for you guys. And I think that bunker that he built is probably not that useless. After all, he's probably gonna end up using it. And in the end, when nuclear bombs start going all over the country, like the rich will survive because they are capable of building a bunker. They are capable of starting wars and doing like whatever they want. Like and when the consequences come, they are capable of building the bunkers because they have all the money, they have all the decisions, and I mean, they can make decisions and like follow through with it. And the regular people, like you can see with like like how with like let's say in a game dev community, for example, like if a regular person is trying to do something, nobody's gonna try to support that. But once like a scammer comes around and say, oh, I have like $1 billion or whatever, and I'm like a crazy rich, that's when everybody will start looking for money from anywhere just to support that person. And then once they put all that money in, they lose the money, and then they get surprised. Like it's so strange how people act. Like it's so strange to me. I cannot understand how people act, man. It's like all my life I just been like isolated pretty much because I don't understand how people, like, it's so bizarre to me. I cannot be that way. And I never fit in. I probably never will, but that's just how it is. Um anyways, that's how things are going right now. In maybe 2 years from now, if this Iran Iraq war or whatever, if it doesn't stop, what's gonna happen is we are gonna start paying higher amounts for resources, stuff like gas and fuel and stuff like that. All of these resources are gonna be scarce, and obviously the rich people will not notice it because they have way too much money to even care about what's going on in the world. And the bizarre thing about it is that people, like the way the regular human think is that they are always going to support like these people who really don't care about them. And it's and that's the bizarre thing about it. And that's like the funny thing about humanity, guys. It's like we are incapable of, like banding together, so finding the right thing to support. We are incapable of it. And it will be, I think it will be kind of relieving once everything go to shamble. Once humanity destroys itself, that will be like the best time for everybody. Like we are building, uh for example, like people started supporting this chat GPT stuff, and obviously that the once chat GPT went from being open source to being closed source, that's when you knew that things were not going to be good, right? And then people still kept supporting it. Even as I speak right now, people are still supporting it, and people will do whatever they can to continue to support it. And now ChatGPT is being used to collect information on people against their will. Obviously, they've been doing it in the past, like taking stuff from the internet and stuff. And once I realized, like the AI, like basically the thing behind AI was like people are just taking, just copywriting stuff. I went online, I went to stuff like GitHub. I haven't really said anything about this, but I went to GitHub and I just took all of my code from there. As you guys know, I'm an expert, so pretty much anything I write, anything I put out is pretty much like top quality stuff, and it can be used like, you know, like for more, like advanced, uh, uh, in more advanced situations. So I went online, I took all of my stuff from there. I went to GitHub. You cannot trust right now, you cannot trust even your own cloud provider. Like you can't even trust them because like everybody is trying to just take anything that you make, that you made personally, and they're just trying to take it to feed it to their AI. And there's no privacy, like you cannot trust, there's no trust, and everything is just so awful. It's so awful. And the part that makes it even worse is that those who are even trying to make a change are not being seen. Like we cannot be seen. Like we are so below this pyramid that is like so. It's just it's hopeless, guys. It's hopeless. That's all I can say about it. Um, and now we have a religious war. Like people still in 2026, bro. Like people are this dumb. Like it is so bad. We have a religious war. Somebody saw a rock and they said, "Oh, my rock is gonna change the world into a safe haven or something." And my rock is telling me that we just gotta kill these people, and then this rock is gonna turn into some kind of uh a pile of fucking diamond. Excuse my language. And then we're gonna take this rock. We're gonna toss them in the air, and then they're gonna grow wings. And once the rocks grow wings, we're gonna start flying on them. And because of this, we have to kill these people first. And that's what the religious war is. They're gonna kill each other, they're gonna kill us, regular civilians, and eventually something is gonna turn out, and that thing is gonna change the world. Like once everybody is dead, that's when the world is gonna get changed. Once the nukes start flying and people start getting stuff like cancer, people start their faces start melting, we start getting diseases, chemical uh sickness and stuff like that, infestation and all this stuff, poisoning, chemical poisoning. Once all of those start happening, that's when some magical fairy is gonna appear out of nowhere and it's gonna change the entire world. Okay? And this magical fairy that want things to be, that want people to live safely and be nice to each other, the magical fairy, before it actually comes to us, it wants us to kill each other first. And that's what the religion is saying. Religious people are so fucking dumb. Excuse my language again. And it's just I just can't understand people, dude. I can't understand people. Like I'm not saying that I wasn't religious when I was young. I was religious when I was young, but I mean, as you grow up, your eyes open and you need to think for yourself and you need to kind of like experiment and see things as they are. But we have grown-ups, very, very old people, very, very rich people, saying that once they go out and like they kill an entire population, an entire race, once they commit genocide, the same thing that they were complaining about, once they go and like they do it to the other people, that's when things is gonna be it's gonna be peaceful. That's when the earth is gonna be better. When they were being killed, when they were being collected and like locked up, burned up, like when people's skin were being like literally burnt while they were alive, right? While they were alive, when they're being killed like that, those disgusting way, those terrible way of treating other people, when those were happening to them, they were complaining. Why? Because it was terrible. But now they're trying to do the same thing, the same exact thing to other people. And it's kind of fair because they have some kind of magical fairy that is going to appear and everything is going to be better in the end. Okay, once they kill these people children, right? Like they had a bombing that went into the elementary school, and they like a bunch of kids were murdered, right? You guys don't know, but I was well, pretty much that's my side gig. Like I work as a substitute teacher and stuff, and I teach right now. Actually, I don't even know if I'm gonna keep doing that same old job, but pretty much I work with young people, and I myself, I'm not excluded from this. Like the world right now for young people is just very terrible. We can't find job. We can even buy our own houses because the rich people hold on to their money and they don't provide any opportunity, and they are trying to like collect whatever opportunity that is gonna come out there. Like we have AI should be used for the good, but the rich will pay whatever they can to collect whatever company that is building that decent AI, and then they're gonna change that opportunity for the rest of humanity. They're gonna suck it up because that's all rich people do. That they hold on to abundant amount of money and they are not able to share it with anybody else, right? It's like Israel too, right? Like they have a little bit of space. They don't want to hold on to that little space. They want to hold on to everything, and they're gonna stop at nothing, right? Pretty much until they get everything. Pretty much that's how greedy people are, and I can keep going on and on and on about how like hopeless humanity is, but you get the point, pretty much. Anyways, this is NeverRage CDO Eddie here, and you can find us on LinkedIn, follow the company and stuff like that. Little startup, doing whatever we can, make a little difference. We are kind of hating, but it is what it is. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye bye.